The brachial plexus is a major nerve network that is formed by the anterior rami of the C5, C6, C7, C8, and T1 spinal nerves, and these give off the roots of the brachial plexus. The roots then form trunks, and the superior is a union of the C5 and the C6 roots. The middle is a continuation of the C7 root, and then the inferior trunk is a union of the C8 and T1 roots. Then, as the plexus passes through the cervicoaxillary canal, the trunk further divides into anterior and posterior divisions. The anterior divisions are shown in this figure in the light gold color, and the posterior are represented by the brown or darker gold color. The divisions of the trunk then form three cords of the plexus within the axilla, and the superior and middle trunks unite to form the lateral cord. The inferior trunk continues as the medial cord, shown here, and the posterior division is the posterior cord, and all three of these trunks are actually uniting to form this cord. The cords then branch off into terminal branches, and these are the musculocutaneous nerve, the axillary nerve, the median nerve, the ulnar nerve, and the radial nerve. There are some key things which are easier to see on a 3D model instead of from a drawing. So here I want to just point out the fact that the roots are coming from C5, C6, C7, C8, and T1. Another thing that is important for identification purposes is the fact that the brachial plexus comes from in between the anterior and the middle scalene muscles. There are also several nerves which are important to our head and neck dissection, the first of which is the long thoracic nerve, shown here in blue. And the long thoracic nerve is originating from the posterior aspect of the anterior rami of C5, C6, and C7, and it innervates the serratus anterior muscles, which we dissected out in our last dissection. The next nerve, which we will go along to the posterior of the body to see, is also coming off of the roots, and this originates from the posterior aspect of the anterior ramus of C5 and innervates the rhomboids and levator scapulae muscles. Another important nerve is the suprascapular nerve, and this actually originates from the superior trunk, and it receives fibers from C5 and C6, and this innervates the supraspinatus and infraspinatus muscles as well as the shoulder joint.